Alright guys, we'll get straight into it. Why your leads mean nothing without this. Now the reason why I'm making this video is because I've seen a lot of companies telling me I'm getting all these leads, I just can't convert them. The leads are shit, they're low quality, whatever it is. I'm here. Once you see this example I have in here, it's going to change the way you view this, okay? So before you say who is this guy, who is he to say this or about whatever it is, alright? Just results here, okay? So 417 leads generated at a $4 cost per lead, 1,305 leads generated, 7.5k spent and a $5 cost per lead. I could just keep going on and on. You can pause, look at all these results. I know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm going to say. Right? First off, this is something I always hear. We just need more leads to scale. Right? And then look, I swear to God, I reckon about hundreds of companies have told me this. We just need more leads. And I look into the company and I see if it's the lowest conversion rate. They go, oh yeah, no, it's just low quality leads. Like, trust me, these leads aren't really, like, they're just not our ideal target audience, all right? Now, I'm here to break that down, okay? Once I look into their business, this is what I see 99% of the time. They've got no follow-up system, they've got no proper CRM, their offer is not strong enough to convert on a cold traffic, or worse, they're letting leads sit in their inbox for 3 days, okay? If you're not calling leads in the first 5 minutes or the first hour, forget about that lead, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is because this is what some companies are doing, right? A lead will come in, whether it's from Facebook or Google, whatever it is, and they're going to call the lead once and go, hey, my name is XYZ, are you ready to buy? And they'll pressure them. They go, no, I'm just looking for more information. I saw an ad, I just want to see some more information. And then basically the client will go, oh, okay, well, look, we're only working with people who are ready to buy, hang up, that lead's done. No, they just needed more time and education on the problem, okay? Now, what does success look like from a campaign? I really want you to think about this. What does success look like from a Facebook campaign, a Google campaign, whatever it is? It's increasing revenue, nothing else. So your leads don't matter, okay? It's how can you increase leads? If you've got 100 leads and your agency's like, yes, we've got 100 leads for you, let's go, but you've only closed one, that's not successful, okay? So this is why I really want to hone in on this problem, okay? Lead to sale is the biggest problem for any service-based company. It's converting leads. The biggest problem is not getting leads, it's actually converting them, okay? Now, the way you're going to increase your revenue is either by reducing your cost per acquisition or increasing your lifetime value. Only 2 ways. Lifetime value means how much a customer is worth. For example, if you are a concreter and you say, I'll do a one and done job for 10 grand, can you add in a maintenance plan to add it from 10 grand to 15 grand per customer? Can you add in a whatever, right? If there's a maintenance plan, 5 years, once a year, that's an extra, and that's 5k per job, it's an extra 20k in LTV. That's how you increase your revenue, or it's reducing your acquisition costs, okay? And this is where basically we go through lead to sale. How can we reduce our cost per acquisition, okay? Now, this example here is going to like shoot light bulbs in your head, okay? The difference between a fast lane and a slow lane lead, okay? So this photo here, you can see the fast lane and the slow lane. The fast lane is like, imagine a little head here or your lead. They are 1 day away from buying. Slow lane is they've got all these obstacles they're going to go through to end up for you to get to that sale, okay, which we'll go through now. And I'll show you exactly how you market to both, okay? The fast lane, again, are ready to buy. They often close within days, not weeks, and they don't need much follow-up. You can do one call and they're going to buy. Great. Now, the positives with this is that they close quickly, that you're not wasting too much time on them. They're higher intent, and it's a higher ROI. There's less nurturing required, which means less time spending to even nurture them, and it's easier to track and scale, and it's great for short-term revenue boosts. However, this is the negatives with it. There's fewer in volume. There's only so many people in your market that are ready to buy. Roughly 3% of people in your market are actually ready to buy. It's highly competitive. Everyone wants them, and you're competing in a red ocean, okay? It's very, very competitive here. Okay, you got competitors doing 50% off, 20% off. Come buy right now. If you buy right now, I'll give you 20% off this month. Like, it's very, very competitive in this fast lane. Okay, and the next thing is that your cost per lead will increase if you're only targeting these people. Okay, and you're gonna saturate that pool very, very quickly. Okay, and you need to end up going broader. Okay, now the issue with the fast lane again is that every business owner treats, like, this is the big thing, every business owner treats all their leads like their fast lane. So if they're not ready to buy right now and they're here and they don't have a clear direction in one phone call, then they go, oh, the lead quality is shit. Okay, and the next thing, that there's only so many people ready to buy at this point in time. You're going to get leads opting in who aren't ready to buy. It's completely okay. You need to have a back-end system engineered to get them to close eventually in the next 30, 90, 180 days. If I had to ask you right now, what does a lead look like in your back-end system from day 1 of them submitting the form to day 30, day 60, day 90, day 180, whatever it is, like, I guarantee there'll be nothing there. It'll just be one phone call and that's it. Okay? So really want to hone in on this. Like, not all leads are going to be in the fast lane, and that's completely okay. All right? Now, this is how you actually scale. Okay? It's through this slow lane. Okay? So these are leads who don't fully understand their problem yet. They're cold traffic or unaware audience. They need more touch points before converting and require education, nurturing, and trust building. Okay? These leads are people who submit a form and they just say, I'm looking for information. It could be price shoppers. All right? These are not low quality leads. They just don't have the problem yet, which they need to be educated on, okay? Or they're just not ready to buy. It's completely okay, all right? These leads have got, if they submit a form on Facebook or on Google, it's normally going to be on Facebook, these type of leads who are cold, because they're not really typing it up on the Google. Google's going to be more of your fast lane. But if you're doing Facebook and they submit a form, the seed is planted in their head. They know they have the problem. It might not be severe yet, okay, but they have that problem in their head, all right? Now, imagine this is your lead, all right? Here's an example of the slow lane analogy, all right? The first roadblock they have is they get a motivation, they want to lose weight. This is just an example. They want to lose weight. Yes, they're motivated. They fill out, they book a call, they fill out a form on Facebook, right? Now, eventually, they no longer feel like they have that problem anymore. They go, oh, you know what? I'm not really feeling that bad anymore. I'm just going to, I don't think I need it at the moment. They just forget for 3 months, all right? Then eventually, one day later, someone just calls them fat, or someone says like their jeans no longer fit on them, whatever it is. 3 months later, they go, oh shit, I really need to solve this problem right now. Who is the first person that comes to their brain? If you've been in their email inbox for the last 90 days, if you've been calling them once a week, SMSing them, giving them value, posting on content, guess who they're going to come to first? Straight to you. It might have taken them 3 months, but this is how you're going to be able to scale long term. Okay, imagine you had 100 leads and they all do this at one time and you bang, you booked out. All right? And then that's eventually when they buy. Okay? So the positives with this is that it's a bigger audience pool, lower cost per lead, opportunity to build brand trust, and also lower cost per acquisition. Okay? Because you're not just focusing on people who are ready to buy. You can build brand trust, which means you're going to have authority, which means you can charge more. Okay? It can be nurtured into high lifetime value clients because you've been talking to them, they know you for like the last 90 days before they buy. And it's essential for long-term pipeline growth. You don't want to just focus on people who are ready to buy. You need to have this back-end system in place. And this is what you're going to use with your automations and just you're engineering a back-end system for these slow lane leads, okay? Now, the negatives for this is that it's a longer sales cycle, requires more touch points, and you need strong nurture systems, okay? So like at our company, we have our own software, own CRM, own acquisition follow-up system that does it all for the clients. But the big point here is like, yes, this takes time. All right? People will say, oh, yeah, but I haven't got time for that. Well, guess what? You're not serious about growing your company. Okay? This is the most money-moving needle thing you could do, focusing on getting your leads to sale. All right? Every morning you should wake up, look at your CRM and go, right, which leads can I follow up with? Which leads can I follow up with today? Which leads can I give value to? Which leads can I call? That is how you'll be thinking every single day, not just focusing just on operations. Okay, you need to be focusing on working on the business. And this bringing revenue through the door is working on the business, okay? So how do I close slow lane clients, okay? Here are the top strategies we give to all our clients to close these slow lane clients, okay? Content, social media content, 2 to 3 times a week. Retargeting ads, 90-day email marketing nurturing campaign. So when a lead comes in, if they don't book in a call or if they don't close, we've got 90 days worth of emails, whether it's testimonials, educational, or more about the founder. Like these are the emails they get. So for example, twice a week they'll see an email from us. That's another touch point. Another note, on average it takes 18 touch points to sell a $50 t-shirt. Imagine how many touch points it takes to sell a mortgage, to sell whatever high ticket service you have. Okay, a lot more than 18. So this is why these 90-day nurturing campaigns are important, retargeting ads and social media content. Next, SMS follow-ups. Do they follow up with our software saying, hey, are you still interested in XYZ? Reactivation campaigns. Call follow-ups. Hey, it's been 2 months. I'm super excited to do your driveway. I hope you lose weight. Let's go. Let's get this started right now. Are you ready? All right. Video testimonials. Okay. Show them testimonials of your other clients. Look, these guys are killing it at the moment. they've lost 20 kilos in a month or 2 months. You know, are you still serious about XYZ losing weight? Lead magnets. Okay, hey, I just put together a free guide telling you how to lose 10 kilograms in 20 weeks, or here is the best meal plan that I've just put up for a month or something, all right? If you're a concreter, here is the top 10 colored designs we love, and send it via email, okay? Or to the lead on SMS. And then educate them on the problem and solution. So a big point in this email marketing as well is educating them, which is also through the content, but also telling them the problem, agitating their problem, and then saying that we have the best solution, okay? So this is how we scale both lanes predictably. The fast lane is immediate ROI, couple cores, they're ready to buy. Great, that's 3% of the market. But we also have the slow lane that takes care of the 97% of the market that could close in 1 month, it could close in 1 year. We have that backend system in place. And this is focused on pipeline growth. So you've got a lot of leads in the pipeline. We nurture them to make sure that the client can actually close them long term, okay? Future-proofing the business, okay? So long term, they have the sales ready to go. Now, we build systems that work both at once. Fast lane is your acquisition ads, they're ready to buy, great. Slow lane is the nurturing. So there's 3 main things for this is an example I learned from Eric Huberman, where think of your company as like a camera and you got a tripod, okay? You got attract, nurture, and trust. Those are the 3 levers of the tripod. If one of those go, your whole company fails. So you can attract the leads through ads, you nurture them through the slow lane, and also the trust, which is also through the slow lane as well. That is how you build up your company. So every day you should be focusing, how can I attract more leads? How can I nurture more leads? And how can I build trust with my leads or your clients, okay? That is how I want you guys thinking, okay? And again, you have one CRM to track, qualify, and convert leads, which we have our own CRM. And strategy to scale what's working and fix what's not. Result here is you get this is predictable growth. You have short-term cash and long-term brand power, okay, and long-term, profitability as well. This is what predictable growth is. Predictable growth isn't just doing fast lane and spamming $10,000 a month in leads, generating 20,000 leads a month, and you're converting one of them, okay? The focus is on how can I build this acquisition system so when a lead comes in, they're going to buy in the next 180 days. I've got that backend system in place. This idea that, I don't know where business owners get this, but this idea where they can get a lead come through the door and buy within a week, it's very, very outrageous to me. I've never seen that. We don't even, when we get a lead through the door, I don't even think about it for the next 6 months, okay? Because that's how long it takes for high ticket, as an agency, 6 months probably will take from our lead to sale, okay? And we're always giving value. This YouTube video right now is a slow lane video. This is part of my slow lane. It's content, okay? This is why I do this. I want you guys thinking the exact same thing, okay? This is a money moving task for me. I want you guys thinking the same thing. If you're a concreter, how can I do social media content? Basically going through the top 3 things to avoid with cracked concrete, whatever it is, right? Any industry, doesn't matter. You guys need to be focusing on your slow lane leads, okay? Quick recap of this video. Growth doesn't come from more leads. It comes from better systems. Fast lane gets you paid today. Slow lane gets you paid tomorrow. If you don't have both, you don't have a business. You have a guessing game. That's the harsh reality. And then that is it, right? So this is a bit in-depth video. It took me quite a while to make, but I know it's a big problem most companies are experiencing. And if you are experiencing, low conversion rate on your leads, don't stress, okay? Focus on how can I get this back-end system in place to focus on our slow lane leads, okay? If everyone could go in the fast lane, all right, if I go back to the fast lane, if everyone could do this, we'd all be millionaires, okay? Unfortunately, there's too much competition. You can't just have a fast lane, where is it? You can't just have a fast lane. There's no such thing as a get rich quick thing. I know we all know that as business owners. This idea of a lead coming in and just going straight to buy, it's very, very unlikely, okay? So I don't want you guys thinking 3% of your leads are going to be like this. That's great, it's amazing, but you need that back-end system in place to focus on the last 97%, okay? So any questions, guys, let me know in the comments. If you have any other concerns, I'll make videos on it. Let me know in the comments. And if you are interested in learning more about our fast lane, slow lane, and our acquisition process, you can go into our description. There will be our landing page. Go there, book a time with us, and we can basically help you plan a strategy to build this out for you guys. So any questions, guys, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.